Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Vivian from ThePaperLetterBlog, and today I am sharing with you another flat meal tutorial. Now, for those of you who are paying attention, yes, those are paper sandwich bags, and I'm actually very excited about this video and this tutorial because a little while ago I uploaded another one of those crafting without craft supply videos, and I think this matches in that list very, very well. Now, I am using a lot of craft supplies, but I think those paper bags could be a really, really fun crafting without craft supply projects. And you could also use those paper wine bags, like that you would put a wine bottle in, or any other paper bag you can find. But today I'm using those white paper bags from Jumbo. Which is a totally normal supermarket we have here in the Netherlands, and these are called sandwich bags. Okay, I think you get the idea. I actually think this bag could fit a baguette, but you can use any size you like. And the reason why I'm making this is because we did a swap in our Dutch swapper group. We always do these swaps that are called YouTube crafts, where we take a YouTube tutorial and we make it our own. For this video we use a tutorial, I forgot her name, but I will link it down below, so if you want to watch the actual tutorial that I used for making this video, I recommend you go watch her video because it's very, very nice. That also means that I of course cannot take credit for this idea. I don't think I can ever take full credit for an idea, but this is definitely not. I didn't come up with this, and I wanted to make sure to give credit where credit is due. For this video I'm actually doing two projects, like two gift bags. One of them was for this swap and the other one went to a subscriber. Now, before I continue chatting, I do have to get something off my chest, and that is that this is the 5th time I'm doing this voiceover, so I am super annoyed. The first times I did the voiceover were because I did not like how it was going. I got annoyed with myself. I sounded very sad. I didn't want to sound sad, so I did it again. And then the last time I did the voiceover, I was very, very happy with it. And then, I kid you not, Sage walked over my keyboard and managed to not only delete all of the contents of the video, but then also hit save. So she deleted my video and then she managed to save the new file. So there was no way for me to get back my previous save file, which is, I mean, can you believe that? How does a cat manage to delete and press save? That's one very talented cat. And I was so upset, but of course I cannot blame her because she didn't do it on purpose. But I googled for a very long time and I found out that you can use Time Machine. I knew my computer had Time Machine, but I never really thought to use it. It could have saved me a lot of work for the past, but sadly the Time Machine version was older than my latest save file, so I did manage to recover the video. I just have to redo the voiceover. So this is going to be very, 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 very scripted. Although I didn't script it, I've done this so many times. I also forgot what I have included already. Sage, however, is currently asleep on my lap, which is very cute. She's very unaware of all of the drama she caused. And Noos is currently outside catching mice because, kind of a funny story. This morning I was sitting at the kitchen table and I saw her jump. Like how do you call that? She pounced? Is it called pounced? She pounced, jumped into the grape vines. We have grapevines in our garden. She pounced, jumped into the grapevines, came out with a mouse, and I was not too pleased, but luckily after a little while she cleaned it, like she ate it, and there was no evidence. And then a little while later I saw her again with a mouse, and now she's still with said mouse. Poor thing, really poor thing. I hope she kills it soon. But she's currently looking at another mouse because the grapes, like, we're not eating the grapes, but the mice definitely seem to enjoy them, and it looks like all of the mice from the neighborhood seem to know about our grapevines. So I kind of hope that this is the last one. But yeah, that's nature, right? There were times when I would save the mice from the cat, but I don't know if that's the right thing to do. Anyway, that's my little story for now. I'm going back to talk about this meal. Like I said, I've already talked about it so much, I'm just going to leave out all the details because it gets kind of boring to talk about the same things. But I made, like I said, I made one of these for the swap we were doing and the other one went to a subscriber. I'm decorating both of them in this video. I don't know why I thought that would be a good idea. It's not fun to do 2 projects in once. It's kind of stressful. I kind of stress myself out, but I decorated 2 in this one video, and then I'm going to, in the end, I end up only putting the goodies in the one that is going away for the swap. So the pink vintagey one was the one that I ended up using for the swap. So what else do I have to include? It's like, I'm honestly so annoyed. Like, I know I cannot get angry at a cat who just walked over my keyboard in a very, very talented way, but like, seriously. And as I said, I already did this voiceover a million times because I sounded very sad, and I guess I kind of am sad. Like, that sounds very dramatic, but you guys know I'm not good with change. Let me take a sip of my coffee. I'm not good with change. Okay, I'm just gonna do story time, you know? I don't want to talk about this meal anymore. Wait, before I do story time, I do have to tell you how I did this, yeah? So what I did is, like I said, the tutorial, the actual tutorial, I will link it down below because I use that as well. But what you do is you fold the bottom half of the gift bag or the sandwich bag, the wine bag, the bottom half of the paper bag, you fold it up to create an extra pocket, and then you glue down the little sides. I actually put, look how tiny she is there. Can you believe it? It's like 2.5 months ago and she's super tiny, but focus, Vivian. I actually used double-sided tape so that the pocket I created had a little bit more space, but you can just glue them down. So you glue the bottom of the bag onto the front of the bag, and then you create an extra pocket. And that's what I did, but I also received one for this swap. Of course, I received one by my pen pal Elia, and what she did is also very clever. She actually cut open the bottom of the bag as well, so then you do not have 2 pockets but 3. Does that make sense? I do not know, but I don't know how else to explain it. I might show it to you in a video someday. But that's what I did. And then what you do is you put paper on the pocket and you put paper in the background so that it's decorated and a little bit more sturdy. And then you decorate it again. La la, that's it. Oh, also, like, I sound super annoyed. Like, don't get me wrong, I do love editing videos, but when you're saying the same thing for the 5th time, it gets a bit annoying. But I set myself a challenge for this as well, and that is to use things that I do not use that often. One of those things is washi tape samples, and the other thing is wood veneers, which I'm also going to use. There are the wood veneers. So story time is that okay, I need to slow down a bit. I do not like change. I'm not good with change, and something very big is changing in my life right now, which is that I'm stopping. Like, my job at the cat cafe is nearly finished. This will be my last week at the cat cafe. I have 2 more days and then I'm done, which is kind of crazy because I've worked there for a year and it has been my life for a year, but I'm also very ready. Like, I've been working at a new job for 2.5 months now and it's a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, I like it there a lot. I have very nice co-workers. Everything is like everything is organized. Like, I get my roster on time, stuff like that. It's good for me. Long story short, it's good for me, but still, it's change. I've been working there for a long time already, like 2.5 months, which is quite long, but I also had my job at the cat cafe and now I'm transitioning. Maybe that's not the right word, I don't know, but I'm going from 2 jobs to 1 job, and that means that I want to work more hours at the new job. But that's change, okay? And that's scary for me, and as much as I like it there, it also frightens me a lot. Like, it frightens me, that's just it. And I've been working there 2 days a week, and I'm now going to work there 3 days a week, and then maybe in the future 4 days. I don't know yet. But the simple thing of going from 2 to 3 days a week is already stressing me out a lot. And that is the thing with anxiety. I know that it's not necessary. I know that I have a lot of lovely co-workers. I know that I'm doing a good job, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't freak me out. Just the simple fact that it is change and something is changing in my life. I am going to work more hours in this one place. That kind of frightens me sometimes because it's so big and so busy and so hectic. That just brings a lot of anxiety, and that's also why I didn't like my previous voiceovers, because I sounded so, well, negative, I guess. Not negative, but I sounded very sad, and I don't want to bring sadness into my videos. Like, I like being honest with you guys, but I don't want to bum you out or make you guys sad or whatever, so that's why I redid it a dozen times. This happens every single time. I get up and she steals my chair. Like, she needs to get her own chair. She has her own chair, but that's not good enough. No, cats like to steal our chairs. I'm currently petting her. She's on my lap. Like, she makes me angry because I had to redo this whole voiceover, but she also brings me so much joy. As does Noos, even though she's currently catching mice. I guess it's good, right? There's too many mice in the city. Noos is helping us with that problem. Oh goodness, she seems to have lost the mouse. Never mind. I guess it got its freedom after all. Like, if this sounds very weird, it's because my computer is next to the window, so I can watch Noos while I'm doing the editing. Sage decided to clean her bum while she's on my lap. Wow, cats, you guys really are making a good impression. Oh, and talking about the video, one of the things was that you needed to add in a separation for the big pocket. So you separate the big pocket to make it into 2 pockets, if that makes sense, just by adding in an extra piece of paper. And then, okay, so long story short, change. Change is not my strong suit. I know that it's only temporary, but that doesn't necessarily help. Like, I want to feel good, and it also frustrates me because I've had a lot of therapy. And it makes me angry. Like, I've had so much therapy and I'm still struggling, blah blah blah, I should be doing better, you know, those kind of thoughts. It doesn't help to tell yourself that you need to do better, but it is something that is in my mind all the time, and that's frustrating me. But if I am realistic, like, these are thoughts that happen. Thought number 1 is change is scary. Am I gonna be okay? Thought number 2 is, why am I anxious? I've had so much therapy. I shouldn't be anxious. Those are two thoughts, but realistically, I know that they are lies. Like, they are not true. Like, yes, I've had, like, if one of my friends told me, Vivian, I had so much therapy and I'm struggling, I would tell them, life is full of struggles. Life is full of upside downs. Ups and downs is what I'm trying to say. Therapy is good to give you guidance, but it doesn't mean, it's not like college or something that you can just apply what you've learned and that's that. I mean, you need to learn how to apply. It's like a skill, right? Self-care is like a skill, just like meditation. You need to practice and you need to fall down and get back up again. And I know all of these things, but telling them to someone else is much easier than telling them to myself. And I also know that there's change now because I'm changing to a new job. That's change, but I know that it's only temporary, and I know that in a couple weeks' time, hopefully, I will look back on these days and I will not even remember how stressed I was or why I was so stressed. So I know it's temporary, I know it's totally normal, but compassion and self-care is not my strong suit. Like, if one of you guys would tell me these things, I would be very compassionate. I would tell you everything's going to be okay, but telling that to myself is a lot harder. So that is why I've been anxious. That is why I've been sad. I just, like, one of the things I tend to do when I feel bad is hide. Not from the world, but from my feelings. I try to ignore my feelings, and that seems to be easier than dealing with them, but in the end it just means that I don't deal with them at all, and feelings that you do not deal with only get worse. So I'm kind of giving myself a pep talk, even though you guys think that I'm talking to you, but no, I'm talking to myself here. Vivian, deal with your feelings. Vivian, no, that sounds like that's my problem. I sound so strict. Vivian, it's okay to deal with your feelings. That sounds better, right? It's okay to deal with your feelings. It's okay to be sad at times. Don't give yourself such a hard time. Everything is gonna be okay. Wow, it feels so weird to say that to myself. But I guess I needed it. And I'm going to try and focus on that. Although it's easier said than done. My question to you is not to help me feel better. No, my question to you is, are you good at telling yourself these things? Are you good at self-compassion? Or do you, like me, struggle with this? Again, I'm not looking for sympathy. I don't know. This is just something that's on my mind, and talking about it helps. So I guess that's that. Okay, now you can see the finished end result. The goodies I put in, a lot of paper goodies, a lot of stickers. And then the other one, the one on the left, I ended up filling up off camera. What I'm doing now, by the way, is I'm grabbing paper clips to add to this project. I hope I didn't forget anything, although maybe I did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in a comment down below. And I will see you very soon again. Don't forget, this week is also Pipsticks and Paper Gang week. I received them both at the same time, so the Pipsticks one is already online, but the Paper Gang video will be online one of these days as well. Coincidentally, the Paper Gang video is about the Paper Gang goodies are about depression and mental health. So it's kind of a good cause. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope I didn't bum you out, but this is me, and I'm more and more okay with that, and I guess many of you are okay with that as well. So that's it for now, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Thank you so much for watching and listening to me ramble. The last part of this voiceover was not in any of the other voiceovers, but I hope it was okay to listen to regardless. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you again very soon. Bye bye.